Cool, cool. All right, what's up? It is Wednesday, which means we have our weekly Wednesday wisdom call. And so today, guys, what I want to be going over with you today is how to track your KPIs. And this is something I wish I had someone teach me when I first started getting into business, because when you start getting into this business, you have a direction, but you don't really know what you should be paying attention to. And there's a lot of things out there that can take your eye off the ball and help you lose focus. Though you think you're doing the right things, if you don't actually put effort towards tracking what is happening, the results you are getting, you really could be spinning your wheels for a lot longer than you actually need to, okay? So today we're going to be focusing on KPIs. My good friend and business partner, Sean Terry, has offered up his KPI tracking spreadsheet to everybody. So if you don't have that, we will make sure to have that. But you primarily should have that in your Smart Academy. If you don't have Smart Academy, just make sure you go over to email Andrea at REWW.com, Andrea at REWW.com, and we'll make sure you have this spreadsheet. So that's the importance. So let's just jump right into it. I want to share my screen. I wanted to say what's up to everybody, as I know I have a lot of loyal weekly Wednesday wisdom viewers and attendees. So I want to say what's up to Stephen, Rafat, Vicky. What is going on? Okay, so first thing that I want to review, what is a KPI? What is it? So it's a key performance indicator, right? So it truly is indicating where your performance is, where your performance lies. So we're going to be going through if you are doing direct mail, if you're doing PPC, if you're getting JV deals, if you're co-wholesaling, whatever you may be doing, you want to start tracking all of these things on a weekly basis, okay? On a weekly basis, because it doesn't matter how you're utilizing or how you're marketing for deals or how you're running your business. If you're someone like myself who started with no money at all, I had a cold call all day long, right? And a lot of people will ask me, what do you do if you had to start it all over again? I would be cold calling, right? That is the cheapest, most structured way for you to figure out how to run your KPIs, get your first deal without spending a bunch of money. Now that we've made money and I have a pretty large marketing budget, I spend a lot more money on direct mail. But we also still have a cold calling division of our company because it just simply works. So we track all of it, right? So again, I'm going to jump off the camera. I will see you guys here at the end to answer some Q&As, but I want to bring up, or actually, you know what I can do? I can do this. And then I want to bring up, let's see here. Boom, boom. Let's bring up this. All right, guys. So let me know that you can see me. Let me know you can see the spreadsheet. That would be greatly appreciated. You should be seeing me and the spreadsheet. If so, say yes. If not, let me know if you're just seeing me or if you're just seeing the spreadsheet or what you might be seeing. Yes. Okay, cool. So add your questions on here if you have any. I won't jump right in to answer them, but I will answer them at the end, okay? I will answer your questions at the end, but this is relatively broken down simply, okay? So you have your quarterly goal, right? So as you see here at the bottom, everything's broken out into quarters. You have your quarterly goal. So you will look at, total 30-day pipeline revenue. Whatever you're looking to bring in the pipeline for revenue for the next 30 days is the number you should have here. Then you're going to have the total revenue for the week and future weekly revenues. Now, this is where you want to be looking specifically for your 30 days and your weeklies. Now, as we're going to look here as we go down, here are the goals for what you're going to be wanting to hit, okay? So how many closings are going to be happening in the quarter and then per week, right? So you want to have your weekly meeting. This all goes back to the book Traction, which myself and Sean and Kent all have been such big advocates for, because you want to be tracking everything every week. You should have a weekly meeting every week, even if it's just yourself, okay? So a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't have anyone to have a meeting with. You need to be looking at it for yourself, Okay, so every week you have to sit down, whether it's Monday, our weekly meetings on Wednesdays. We just actually had it this morning. So you want to be looking at this. How many deals are supposed to be closing in last week? How many are closing this week? Okay. Postcards mailed. Maybe you're doing mail, maybe you aren't, right? So you're going to put in your number. I mailed 500, right? Maybe you mailed 5,000, right? So you're putting in your numbers. Maybe this is 1, maybe this is 2. So you are simply adding the numbers in so that you can look for the week, right? And you have all the quarters, and then you're going to have your totals. So what your goal was, the total of where your goal was, right? So he's really laid down quite nicely for you to be able to, again, track your KPIs. Now, for a lead manager, if you happen to have a lead manager, how many leads are coming in? Now, again, even if this is you, that's okay, right? So how many leads came in? How many cold calls did you make, right? How many direct mail leads came in? Maybe you had 25 direct mail leads that came in, right? How many people did you speak to, contacts spoken to? Maybe you're cold calling and you talked to 35 people. Appointments made. Let's say out of the 60 appointment or 60 people you talked to, you set 35 appointments. Let's go 40 appointments. How many contracts were accepted or emailed out? Say you did 8, right? Now again, these are your numbers. I'm just arbitrarily making up numbers relative to how the spreadsheet's made out, but you're going to have your own numbers, right? Now down here we have, a team. Now this is because when Sean created this, obviously he has a full-blown business. I have a full-blown business, so I break it out per salesperson, right? As you see here, JV deals, this is exactly where you should be putting in how many JV deals have you been doing. Now you could even do one more tracking matrix here if you so wanted to. I'll just go in here, insert, okay. I don't want to insert there. Let's just delete this, but I want to insert above this. There you go. So you could say meetings, and what meetings would mean is how many other investors have you met, right? Number of meetings by week. Now the reason why you'd want to do that is so you could wholesale their deals, right? These are people that you want to be calling or meeting with so that you can wholesale their deals. Because if you're listening to myself or Kent or Sean, it's really important to have a great buyers list because then you can just grab everyone else's deals, and one of the quickest and easiest ways to wholesale a property is by co-wholesaling or doing a JV partnership, right? Because now if you don't have a marketing budget, you can actually go out, meet with them, say, listen, I have a great buyers list. They're always hungry for more deals. I need to feed them more deals. How many deals do you have? What type of relationship can we structure? Now, there's 2 ways to structure that deal, right? One would just be a 50-50 split. If you bring the buyer to their deal, you split the profits 50-50. 2 would be, Mr. Wholesaler, I have a buyer. How much are you looking to get for this property, 123 Main Street? They might say, hey, I want to sell it for 110 grand. Okay, so if I mark it above 110 grand, can I keep everything that I mark up from 110 grand? And they're going to say, sure, right? Then you send it out for, let's say, 113,000. You get it sold. You keep 3. They take whatever they're going to make from the 110, and you win, right? Because JV deals are primarily the best way to go get deals without having, a whole bunch of effort put behind you. So again, he broke this down into how much spend you had on your marketing. Again, I'm talking to everyone on here. Some of you guys have a marketing budget, some of you guys don't. But if, let's say, for example, I spend a lot of money on direct mail, and so I spend roughly $80,000 a month on direct mail. I spend 0 on value pack. I spend 0 on this, and we do about 120. Nope, we do 120, not 1.2 million. Okay, So there's your revenue, right? And so now you need to track this every single week. Again, this is broken out so you can have your weekly meetings. Very, very simple. You shouldn't have a ton of questions. You're looking for your goals for this quarter. In this quarter, you would also look for your goals. In this quarter, you would look for your goals, so on and so forth, all the way through. And then you would have your totals for the year, okay? And you can see the progress you are making. And you can see where you are not making any progress. What type of marketing avenue is working for you? How much are you, how many appointments are you getting? How many contracts are you getting, right? So this is not talking simply about how much money you're making, but it's talking about what you're actually tracking and what's actually working. Because if you go in here, and I'm just going to go back to the first tab just because it's the largest, if you go in here and you see, you got 30 leads on Google Ads, you got 4 leads on direct mail, well, where do you think you should be spending your money? Or where do you think you should be focusing your time? You got to be focusing on Google, right? Very, very, very important to be utilizing this. If you just need this so you can build your own spreadsheet, then that is all you need to do. You don't have to use this. This is here because Sean built it, 2015. He's offered it up to all of our students, and so this is something, if you don't have, email Andrea at REWW, and we'll make sure that you have this. So that's what I wanted to talk about to you guys today. Go ahead and give me any and all questions you might have. What is your D and TC on your spreadsheet? D and TC. So Steve, or Steven, I'm not sure I understand your question. D and TC. So if you can just re-ask the question, I'm happy to answer. If I don't know if I understand D and TC. What other questions does everyone have while Steve's re-asking me the question? What else? Again, this is pretty straightforward, right? But this is so important, because if you don't know where your efforts are bringing in deals, where your money's bringing in deals, it's almost impossible to keep track of what you're doing, right? It's almost impossible to figure out where you should be spending more money, where you should be spending less money, where maybe you're not doing as many appointments, where you're doing more appointments. This is what really would have been needed if I could have thought of it myself. Under Brandon. Again, Sean built this. I think it's just a term. So this is probably dispositions and transactional coordinating is what I would guess. D and TC, dispositions, transactional coordinating, right? Because COO, marketing, lead manager, sales, JV, CFO. So yeah, the email is Andrea, ANDREA, at REWW.com. ANDREA at REWW.com. And she will make sure to get this over to you. You're very welcome. All right, guys. Obviously, again, straightforward. Doesn't sound like you have many questions. That is it for the weekly Wednesday wisdom. Hopefully you enjoyed. And obviously, you have to be using this. Again, if you're door knocking, add door knocking in here. If you're cold calling, add cold calling in here. If you're doing more JV deals than anything else, focus on those things. This is how you're going to be able to run your business. And you should be able to answer those, questions. If I came to you and I said, how many leads are you getting per month? How many leads are you getting per week? How many contracts are you getting? How many appointments are you getting? You should know them off the top of your head. That's really how intimately you should be knowing this spreadsheet. So, guys, that is it for our weekly Wednesday wisdom. I'm Justin Colby, and I will see you on next week. Peace.